Good afternoon, everybody. Let me just pop this up a wee bit for us. There we go. Now, we all know what today is. It's the February the 14th, affectionately known as St. Valentine's Day. Of course, this is the day when we pay tribute to all the lovely ladies out there, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. I do like the ladies, I must admit. It must be the Italian heritage in me. As I've mentioned before, I have been married more than once. I suppose I do know a little bit about the ladies, but it seems like the more I know, the less I know. The one thing I do know is that they might be soft and cuddly on the outside, but a lot of them on the inside, they've got hearts like marble worktops. Anyway, as I say, this is a tribute to all the lovely ladies out there. Well, all the ladies, both the goodies and the baddies. So without any further ado, let me go through my list of the goodies. I'm sure that Mr. Ericosi will come up with his own list, but I thought that seeing as he pulled a fast one on me at the weekend, getting his sort of campaign off to a start without me knowing anything about it, I thought I'll beat him to it. He's fast tucked up in bed as we speak, so I can safely launch my sort of campaign, as it were. Anyway, getting back to the lovely ladies, here is my list in no particular order, but this is to everybody. Everybody knows who they are if I don't mention you by name. So starting off, I've got on the top of my list, I've got simply KZ. She doesn't need any further introduction. Just about everybody knows who KZ is. Next, I've got Laura Nyrider. Obviously, she's a bit younger and certainly very pretty. A lovely lady. I've got Dolores on my list. I suppose I've never met Dolores. I'd love to someday, but I don't think there's any doubt as to where Steve's stubbornness, when he put it with 18 years being wrongfully convicted, there's no doubt where his stubbornness comes from. I'd also like to shout out to Barb. I think you're absolutely amazing, the amount that you've had to go through. Next on my list, I had to put I've put Wee Angel, oblique stroke headmistress. At times she's the wee angel, at times she's the headmistress. She can be a bit stern and severe on us naughty boys, as it were. But she's just absolutely wonderful. We actually have quite a bit of fun messaging each other to do with things that are nothing at all to do with the case. Often it's to do with motor vehicles. I think we're both a bit petrol head in nature. Next, I've put our legal eagles, Tracy K, Tracy S, and Wendy. They're absolutely superb. Next on my list, I've put Sandra Greenman. We only hope that before too long, Stephen and Sandy will be able to enjoy lots of quality time together. They certainly deserve it. A shout out to some of the lady supporters who are sort of in my sort of circle of friends on Facebook Messenger. Carla, Shaz, Georgina, Dawn, Marilyn, Deb. Next up, I've put the video makers, Caroline Barham, Ali Apperson, Casey Martinez, Laura Evans. Absolutely brilliant videos that they do. And next, I've put the lady admins, the ladies that control the group. And in fact, this video is based on the fact that I did a little article and it wasn't approved. We'll get onto that in a minute. Anyway, the lady admins, there's Emily, Christine, Suzanne, Wendy, Tracy, Jamie, Tracy, Tiffany, and I've got Ericosi on that list. I better take him off because I don't think he's one of the ladies, is he? Okay, next up, what I've affectionately called the baddies. Top of the list, Judge Angela Sutkovich. although hopefully she's mellowed a bit and enjoying a few romantic overtures from that lovely flower sender. Next on the list, the lovely Sandy Morris and Judy de Verbiage. Thank you very much for spreading all those rumours about Steve. I'm sure you were completely off your face and didn't realise you were talking about Gregory Allen as being the perpetrator of all the silly stuff that you spread around the place. Next up, I've just put helmet hair. Everybody knows who helmet hair is. Now, she's on the baddie list because a lot of people tell me she's a baddie. I'm not too sure. I particularly like, because she's very cuddly, Emily Matesic. As I say, I like her. I like the fact that she asks Mike Holbach the question, have you seen the video? And he goes, not yet. And the look on her face is absolutely priceless. I believe next on the list, I believe her name is Wendy Baldwin. I think she's the one that says about taking a load of shoes and you know, getting a few more cases attributed to Steve. I'm not 100% sure about the next one. The lady judge in the Armbank case that Berg used to clerk for her. I'm not quite sure what her name is, so I'll just put it at that. Yeah, next on my list, a particularly despicable character. I've just called her Lynn Heartless. What she did to Steve was totally wrong, and I hope she gets her comeuppance at some point. Actually, talking about Lynn, I'm not going to put Jodie on the list. I don't think she's that bad. I don't think she's that good. So I'll just mention her as being a sort of in between. Which brings me to my number one baddie, and that would have to be Ken Kratz, because you know he used to be Katie Kratz. Now the problem is, of course, that he's still half female. He had the operation, you know, the one, I think it's called a strapedectomy, but it wasn't very successful, was it, Ken or Katie? Because it still left you with that pathetic, silly, sissy voice. And I hope you, more than anybody else, rots in hell. Anyway, love and best wishes to all the, everybody out there, all the ladies. And I particularly wanted to mention as well the, and you all know who you are, the ones that send all the nice comments when the likes of me and Eric Cozy do our videos. So anyway, the great Crunch debate isn't over yet. I am currently assembling my troops. As you know, I've got Tracy from Australia on my side. I've got obviously Charlie Berens, the future governor of Wisconsin, on my side. As a result of that, I'm hopeful that I've got the headmistress on my side. I wrote a very nice note this morning, and I'm hoping that I've sort of convinced her to join the right side. And all I can say to Eric Cozy is, you know, if you want to play with fire, be prepared to get burnt. Anyway, once again, love and best wishes to all the lovely ladies out there. This is your special day. I hope the postman struggled up the pathway to your letterbox with a sack full of cards, and that you get plenty of either wine, chocolates, flowers, you name it, you've got them. Anyway, bye for now.